Good morning, students of 4 class. Take out your class 4 book, Oxford Modern English. Open your page number 18. We have done the reading of this chapter, unit number 2. Pip meets a convict. Now we are doing our comprehension of this unit. Answer the following question. What was Pip's full name? Pip's full name was Philip Spirip. Where did he live and with whom? Pip lived in his sister's house with his sister and her husband, the blacksmith, Mr. Joe Gardray. Why did Pip started to cry in the graveyard one day? Pip started to cry in the graveyard one day because he realized that he was an orphan and felt sad. He is also made to feel sad by the grey land and sky. What did the convict tell Pip to get for him? The convict told Pip to get him a file and some grub. Grub means food. Where and when did the convict want to meet him again? The convict wanted to meet Pip early the next morning at the Battery. What did the convict say and do to frighten Pip? He threatened Pip by saying that another man is hiding with him and that he will attack him and eat his innards. How do we know that the convict was cold and hungry? We know that the convict was cold and hungry because he was shivering, his teeth were chattering, and because he asked Pip to bring him some food. Next question 8. The convict says that he is not about alone and that he has a young man hiding with him and eats his. Do you think this is true? Why does he tell Pip this? It is likely that he tells Pip this because he wants to make sure that Pip is too frightened to tell anyone about him. Okay, next activity is answer the following question about this line from the story. The man jumped and made a short run, but then he stopped and looked to his shoulder. Who is this about? This is about the convict. He thought that Pip's parents were close by. Why did he start to run away? He thought that Pip's parents were close by. C is what did he realize that made him stop? He realized that Pip was pointing to the gravestone which had his parents' name on them. I'll share the comprehension picture with you so that you can easily copy it from the pictures. Our next activity is find the correct meaning of the following in a dictionary. Write the words and meaning in your notebook. Note that the words may have more than one meanings. Okay, the first word is iron. Iron is a noun, and the meaning of iron is a strong, hard, grey metal. The next is save. Save is our adjective. Meaning is protected from danger or risk. And the next is present. Present is an adjective and occurring noun. The meaning is occurring now. The D is danger. Danger is noun. The possibility of suffering injury or harm. The next is fail. To not do something or to be unsuccessful in doing something. Next is tug. Tug meaning to push in loose pieces of cloth. Tug is a verb. Pieces of cloth to make it tidy or comfortable. G is tilt. Tilt meaning to move into a slopey position. Next is hugged. Hugged is squeezed tightly. It's also a verb like tilt. File is a noun and creep is a verb. File meaning is to tool with a rough surface used for shaping a hard metal. And creep meaning to move slowly or carefully in order to avoid being noticed. Okay, move on to the next page number 19. There is in the next activity the letter in the word below are jumble. We call these words anagrams. Like bread, spelling of bread is BREAD is an anagram of BEARD, beard. What are these words? You will find anagrams in the story. Okay. DAIS is a word. You have to rewrite it like this: sad. THAW. We have to write it like this. What is a word? Next is went, shoes, name, came, file, arms, times, live. Okay, these are the not so easy one. Or dates. So we are combining this one and making a word: roasted. Clothes. Earth is also a word, but here we are making it like hurt. And last one is tombstone. Activity number C is learning about language. Adjective. As you know that adjective is a word which modify noun, which modify and tell us more about a noun. And as you know, nouns are the naming words. Underline the adjective in the following. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl. Girl is a noun and this is your adjective. So we are underlining the adjective here. She went to a good school. School is a noun, and before school we are clarifying and modifying the noun school with a word adjective good. And had a clever teacher. By mistake she bought her old textbook. Textbook is a noun and we are elaborating and modifying textbook with the word old. So it is our adjective. To class instead of the new one. So new is a adjective. The forgetful girl thought the teacher would shout at her in a loud voice. But the thoughtful teacher is thoughtful. So thoughtful is a word which is adjective here. Notice the poor girl's expression. The teacher opened her metal cupboard with a shiny key. You can borrow this, pray copy, said the kind teacher. Okay, our next activity is phrases and adjective phrases. Do you know what a phrase is? A phrase is a group of words. It is not a sentence but part of a sentence. A phrase gives us an idea but doesn't have a verb in it. Okay, like this they have given you the example: here and there, in a minute, you and I, up the tree, my father's shed. In all these phrases you can see here we didn't use any verb here. In this, in a minute, there is no verb here. You and I, there is no verb here. Okay, so phrases give us an idea but doesn't have a verb in it. So move to the next activity number 2, page number 20 it will be. Okay, just check. They have given us different phrases or the different sentences. You have to elaborate it. Is it phrases or a clause or whatever it is. Like you can see here, A, over the fence. In this over the fence words, these are the group of words, but we are not using any verb in this one. So this is your phrase. You have to mention the phrase here. She likes mango. Okay, look at here. She likes. Like is a verb and mangoes. So we have already told you about it that phrases are the group of words in which we don't use verb. So like is a verb, we are using here verb, so it's not phrase. Over the fence is a phrase. Now and then is a phrase because here we are not using any verb. 3 or 4 is a phrase. Are you coming? Coming is a verb, so it's not your phrase, so we didn't mention here phrase as. He kicked it. No, it's not a phrase. In a dish is a phrase. Good and bad is a phrase. Okay, we are moving to our next activity. Activity number 3. Add suitable adjective phrases to the following. Adjective phrases are: this is a book with an old cover. He is a man of great age. Sometimes phrases are used as adjective, so we call them adjective phrases. So we have to add in this place an adjective phrases. Add suitable adjective. She bought the shirt with a blue and white collar. So blue and white collar is a adjective phrase. I looked at the sky covered with dim lights. They saw the fox faster than a bullet. This is a shirt of many patrons. He heard the tiger with black and orange strips. That's it, students. We have done our book activities of unit number 2. I'll share the pictures of all these activities also for your convenience. Take care. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.